Hamilton's companion does love to stitch. It is Betsy Klager, she is a real hoot. Maths is just tricky, cutting fabrics real hard. She stitches with a pussy, and that's what she said.
Hey, Flosstube. It's Betsy in Hamilton. Yes, I got her out of her bed, and she's not that happy with Mommy. As Kaylee noticed or commented on my live, Hamilton really doesn't like me that much. Probably true. Could Mommy interrupt her nap? But everybody wants to see Hamilton because she's the prettiest kitty cat, right? Yeah. Say hi. I'll insert pictures of her probably at the beginning of the Flosstube. Okay, she wants to get down. Hi, everybody. I'm in a mood, funny mood. So I've got a lot to show today. It is July 4th, 2021. For those in the United States who are celebrating the 4th of July, happy 4th of July. I have a little bit of my own commentary on the holiday at the end of the video. Nothing controversial, just my thoughts. I'm not against anybody celebrating anything. I just have some different perspectives that I've listened to over the last couple of years that I want to share with everybody because it's part of who I am. And I think I said my name is Betsy Klager. It is not. My name is not Penis Klager. If you watch Darcy, you might think that's my name, Penis, because apparently that's what Dylan said my name is. I have been called a dick before. Hold on, I gotta turn on the fan because it's gonna get hot in here. Okay, I just turned on the overhead fan. I'm downstairs again. I'm not in my craft room because it's very warm in here. We have a lot of light in our house, upstairs too, and it gets really hot. And I don't want to be like Darcy and sweat all over the place. That was disgusting. You know I love you, Darcy. Actually, I love Melissa even more because she didn't believe Darcy when he said that I was going to be 60 this year. Melissa thought I was in my mid-40s. Sorry if I already told this story. I don't watch my past videos and I don't remember what I say. All right, let's start with two huge FFOs. And they should be huge because they cost me an arm and a leg. I'm glad I'm not a faster stitcher because I would be I'd be on the poor farm, let's say. And I can't wait to see Scott's face when he opens up the credit card bill for how much this framing was. But he thinks they're beautiful. Number one, Mary Clayton. Mary Clayton is by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. It's really my first sampler with silk, certainly. This is what got me addicted to silk. Although you'll notice when I share my projects for what I've worked on and so forth, I haven't really stitched much with silk lately. What's wrong with me? I can't afford silk because I'm paying too much for framing. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful. I bought Lori Holt's library cards that go on the back that I will put on the back for, I have to show off my nails, that will show that I stitched it and when I stitched it. I was explaining to Scott, that I paid extra for the museum glass, and he was teasing me about going in the Klager Museum and all that, but I'm holding it up for a long time because I want you all to appreciate it. And I know you do. I'm so proud of it. There's a little part over here where I think I pulled the linen too much. But the frame, it's a local frame shop. It's owned by a family. They're very nice. And I took Gather Here by Liz Matthews. I took that in when I picked these up to get framed. So he gave me a discount on that one because when he told me how much it would be to frame it, I went, whoa. And if you're local, if you're in Arvada, it's called Let's Frame It. It's at 64th and Ward in Arvada. Okay, have you seen enough of this? Oh, Hamilton! She's looking at it over here. I'm keeping it in the paper bag until we get our house redone and painted. So I'm not in a hurry to hang them, but I just wanted to have them. I'm sorry, my nose is running again. Where did I put my allergies? They've been terrible. Oh. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? No. Okay. I put lipstick on for you. And makeup. Got new haircut. I'm all sassy. All right, number 2. Yes, it is The Cat Sampler by Beth Twist. And of course, the cats are Hamilton, because is this frame not gorgeous? It's blue. I thought it picked up the blue in the door. And I guess in the windows too. And see, there's a little Hamilton. This was my first video. I challenged you all to make me finish it, and you did. And now look, this belongs to you. You all are winners. We did it. If it weren't for you, my Flosstube family, I would not have this finished. I'm so proud. Can you tell? I used the called for floss, fancy floss. That's the words I'm looking for. Mary Clayton was stitched in a Verissois, and I used Fiber on a Whim Affogato 40 count, 1/2. Those are my finished, for reals finished objects. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my new starts, because and boy have I had, oops, let me get my book. Have I had new starts in June? Unbelievable. Like, it was New Start June. Crazy. Let me see. Well, I started and finished Gather Here, but that was before my last Flosstube. So, what did I start since my last Flosstube? Okay, I had all kinds of opinions. I think the overwhelming vote was for Anna Ullman. Oh man, that's how I remember it. Like, oh man, Anna Ullman by Leela Studio. I have a terrible memory. I'm going to have a section on what you lose in menopause. Number 163, your memory. Okay, so what did I start since my last Flosstube? Oh, this is Flosstube 9, by the way, in case you're keeping count. I started, I'll go in chronological order. Really? These nails are really Lori Holt colors, don't you think? Lori, if you're watching me, which I doubt you are, but if you are, you have to invite me to your house so I can be on display. Christy, make that happen, please. Christy's my buddy, and she's like this with Lori Holt. All right, speaking of Lori Holt, that's what I started. I started this on June the 16th. Flea Market Flowers. A lot of people suggested this, but Anna Ullman won. So the suspense, I'm going to keep you in suspense as to whether or not I started it. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know. I'm Betsy Klager on Instagram, by the way. Okay, so this is what I started on the 16th, and I am using, because I'm not finished, I'm using 18 count Ada in ivory. And this is how far I've gotten. Isn't it? Ooh, you can see me. See through. You want me to hold up something? There. Is that better? And the flip-flop / thong needle minder is from Nikki Noodles. And it's got the Australian flag on it. She wants me to be an Australian. And I can grill chicken on the barbie. Australian for beer. Is that good, Nikki and Kathy? And I'm using the called for DMC, and let me tell you a story about this one. I love it. because not only is it, well, I love it until my thumbs start hurting, because I have arthritis. And for some reason, stitching with 2 threads now bothers my thumbs. And who knows, what that's about. But, so that's okay. I just take, I put it down when it starts to hurt, right? I'm not a masochist or anything. But, I don't need a magnifier if I'm stitching it during the day. And on Friday night, we went out for live music. Yay! Canada and Australia, there's hope. You will get back to normal. Australia, you've got a lot you're going through right now. Hopefully they'll get it under control and roll out the vaccinations faster than they are. But anyway, I digress. So we went to a coffee shop to hear some friends of Scott's here in Arvada. And I took this because it wasn't really dark. And it's Aida. It's 18 count Aida. So it's perfect for me to sit and stitch. I don't think I could take 40 count linen and stitch it in a coffee shop while I'm listening to music. And I even asked Scott's friend who plays, I said, do you mind if I stitch? And I just think it's the polite thing to do because it's really small and I'm sitting right there. I don't want her to think I'm ignoring her. She says, absolutely. Excuse me. Well, what happens? I take it out, get my thread. I can't find the needle. I know I had it because I had taken out the old thread and put in new thread while I was sitting there in the coffee shop. I couldn't find it. Guess who didn't pack any extra needles? I didn't bring my little stitchy thing that I have. This is what I keep all my highlighter. It just threw up a highlighter. I didn't even plan that. But this is what I keep all my extra needles in. I didn't bring it because, but that's my tip. If you're going to take your stitching somewhere, bring an extra needle or 2 or 3 because they do wander off. And I couldn't find it. And I wouldn't say I was crawling on the floor. I mean, I would say that if I wanted to embellish the story and make it funnier, but I wasn't really crawling on the floor. But for about half an hour, I was kind of frantically looking because I wanted to do my stitching. And Scott's like, what's the big deal? Afterwards, he said, what was the big deal finding your needle? Don't you have others? I said, not with me. Whoopie-doo. That's the story of Flea Market Flowers. I highly recommend it. The colors make me happy. How can you not be happy when you're stitching on this, right? It screams happy. Ah! Hubby's taking a shower and I warned him that if he hears noises down here, that I'm okay. I'm just recording the Flosstube. Fun times. Fun times. Okay, so I worked on that and I'm consulting my book of days, which is filled with stickers. These are the Tuxedo Cat stickers I stole from the pack that I sent to Nikki. Because she can't have Hamilton stickers. Nikki's pussy cats are white and gray. Okay. I told you I was in a mood, okay? I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I started that on the 16th. I stitched it 1, 2, 3, 4 days until I started something else, which I'll tell you in a minute. But then I worked on Flea Market Flowers again on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. So what I just showed you is like 7 days. And when I say days, I mean, like after work stitching. It's not a race. I'm not super competitive like Nikki. What did I start next? Because it's all about the starts, you guys. The next start was on only 3 days after Flea Market Flowers. I started Rule of Life by Modern Folk Embroidery because Jacob, the Danish Dutchman, he's not Danish, it's a joke. It's one of those D countries. This was the fundraiser for COVID relief to India, 50% of the proceeds of the chart. And I did get the floss pack from Caroline of Off the Grid Needle Arts, and her shop is Evertotes, Leo and Roxy. Unfortunately, I don't have them all organized on a ring because I have stitchy kindness. And I didn't put them on my Stitchy Kindness because I wanted to show it to you first. But I will put these on a ring. But the white's my tissue. Ew. I could take out the plastic. These are the flosses, okay? I know I'm no Nicole. But this chart, Jacob, you know you're a genius, right? So I'm not going to say it again, but you are the king of Flosstube. And I have this on a huge piece of fabric, which I'll tell you what it is in a minute. And I didn't iron it because I don't do that until I finish it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh! These Leo and Roxy flosses are wonderful to work with. It's 1/2 on 40 count. I could not put this down. Oh, could not put it down. It's in one of my project bags with the flamingos going sideways, because they're sideways going flamingos. And the fabric is Affogato for the win. And it's by Fiber on a Whim. So this is the same fabric I used for Mary Clayton. And I'm going to have a lot left over because I have a fat half. It goes on forever. All right. So take another look. I enjoy this project a lot. Jacob is, I'm stitching a lot of Jacob's projects. And I think I have to stop. I think I have to give other designers some attention, Jacob. We're not through. I'm not breaking up with you, but I do have to see other designers. I hope that's okay. I know you have your little Ellen, so you don't need me. That was my second start in June, and I worked on that. That was hard to put down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until I made my third start. And you'll notice a theme. I couldn't put any of them down, with the exception of Flea Market Flowers, only because my thumbs got sore. But my thumbs didn't get sore on Rule of Life or this next one, so the theme is, when I make a start, I can't put it down. And I'm terrible at stitch-alongs. That's the other thing. Because it's Blackbird weekend, and that's out the window. I just stitch what I want when I want. I did start it. And it's part of the Start All the Red Sampler stitch-alongs. Because this is my second red sampler that's going. That is an active whip now. I started Louisa Collamore. Couldn't get enough of that. So when I got this, I had to start it. I just had to. And the overwhelming response from everybody in the comments was to start this. I'm not prepared. I am never prepared. Here, you can look at my sock monkey. I made two sock monkey bags because Nikki Noodles is a silly monkey girl, and I had to send her sock monkeys because she lives near the big banana. Isn't that beautiful? It's addictive, you guys. It is addictive. So I think this part is 2 to 1. 2 to 1. This, because I did the CT. Yeah, so this is what I've done. And I want to get back to it, but I'll show you what my plans are, which, best laid plans and all that. It's red, classic Colorworks used brick. I was going to say red brick, but used brick that I got from Top Knot Stitcher, Abby, who has amazing customer service. And I decided I am going to put stuff in the drop-down menu. So I'm going to put in shops that I recommend and Flosstubers that I mention or forget to mention. Because there's some new Flosstubers out there, y'all, that you need to check out. Here's a tip. If you really want to watch everybody and there just isn't enough time, speed it up. It's, I have no idea what some of y'all sound like because I speed you up. It's a way, I slow down at points in time, but it's a great way to see everything that I want to see in a timely manner. Julie gave me that tip. Okay, so I worked on Anna Oman. I started her on June the 24th, and I worked on her 3 days. That's it? I did a lot in 3 days. Excuse me while I pat myself on the back. Oh, speaking of nothing relevant, I'm wearing my Owl Kitty shirt because Owl Kitty has a new video today. Got to check out Owl Kitty. All right, so then, so that takes me to June 29th, which is my parents' anniversary. Happy anniversary, up in heaven, Mom and Dad. Then I started nothing. I worked on a whip because I heard the siren call of Joan Sands. So I picked Joan Sands back up on June 30th. And I've been working on her since today, this morning. I put some stitches in her, and I'm going to put her down now, and I'll show you what my plans are, which, may or may not happen. I didn't tell you what Anna Oman was on. Let me back up. She is on 40 count vintage country mocha linen from Zweigert. I get a lot of linen from Hobby House Needlework in New York. Their shipping is like that. I mean, like that. I put my order in, the next day it's in my mailbox. Okay, that's a lie. But not much time elapses, a few days maybe. And I live in Colorado. That's far from New York. I know, I looked at a map. Joan Sands by Jacob. Okay. Jacob's getting his head all swollen again because I'm doing another Jacob chart. Woo, 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 woo. He's such an egomaniac. He seems all sweet. And yes, he's very musically gifted. He did the intro music to my video. You didn't know this, Jacob, but your song's going on every single one of my videos. And this is how far I've gotten. I'm trying to keep up with Nikki. As I've said, she's very competitive. And she's almost finished. But I have now, let me get a piece of paper. I've now gotten the top 3 rows and part of the outline. So I have a big piece of fabric, and this is on, is this on Karki? Yeah, it's on summer Karki, 40 count, Zweigert, and it's summer khaki. It's a fat quarter, which is huge, so I'm gonna have some left over. And the yin and yang needle minder is from Nikki. I guess I should move. I was taking pictures on Instagram and it dawned on me to move the thread to the back when I'm posting pictures. So I'll figure it out sooner or later. Just beautiful. It really is beautiful. Join us in the Joan Sands Mania Sal. Hashtag. I'll put it below. I've been really bad about putting hashtags on my videos, so I'm going to try and do better. Good try. Oh, and okay, so this is Stitchy Kindness now. Out of order, but I have to show you what Gwyneth Curling Stones and Stitches on Instagram. She doesn't have a Flosstube, so she's kind of a hanger on, but she's okay. She's cool. She's cool. She's doing the stitch along with us. She's in the cool crowd. I'm just joking, everybody. Anybody can join this Sal. I just have to do disclaimers every once in a while because people might take me seriously. It's like my son tells his friends, don't ever believe anything my mother says. That's a pretty good rule to follow. Look at this, y'all. It's floss bling. It's the chart. She took a portion of the chart, made a picture, and put it in this beautiful, what are they called? Cabochon. Cabochon. It's glass. I know how to make these, but I don't make them as well as Gwyneth. She's awesome. I'll show you what else she sent me, because I'm special. But look, DMC. This actually is pretty organized for me. Love Joan Sands. And that's what I worked on since my last Flosstube. I had every intention of making some more project bags because I need them for these new starts. I had organized all my kitted up projects in project bags, but I had to take them out to put new starts in. That's a problem. So when I start new projects, I need to make bags. And I was hoping to do it today, but hubby wants to go out again. We've gone out Friday night. Last night, we saw a great movie I'll talk about at the end. And today. And poor me, I want to stay home and sew my project bags, but then I think I'm really lucky that my husband still wants to go out with me. I can't help it if I'm that much fun, right? It's my gift. All right, so that's it for my projects and my FFOs. And now I'm going to show you my stitchy kindness, because I hinted at it. Well, I didn't hint at it, I showed you one from Dear Gwyneth. Let me show you what else she sent me, because she is such a cool lady. She curls. Like, I'm not talking about curling your hair, which I don't think I could do. I don't have enough. It doesn't, I don't have hairspray, but it does move a little. I don't have hairspray in it today because I dry shampooed it. Gwyneth curls. It's a sport that I learned about, 20 years ago in the Olympics? People were sweeping brooms to make this disc go a certain way, and it just looked cool. But I never met any curlers in real life. Gwyneth curls. She lives in Canada, and she's into the cold weather sports thing because it's inside, and it involves drinking afterwards. That's what she told me. So how cool is that? I want to see some video of you curling, Gwyneth. Sent me a lovely note. And she has the neatest handwriting, by the way. I don't know how you can write in a straight line, Gwyneth, without lined paper. Very neat penmanship. But she sent me this needle minder. Oh, it's upside down. I hope everything I showed you was right side up, by the way. It's a curling stone. Or a curling rock, I think. It's the thing that they throw and then they sweep to try and make it go a certain way. I think I said that right. And it's got a little Canadian maple leaf. I love it. I love it. I'm going to put it on my Joan Sands project because it'll make me think of Gwyneth, and she's doing the stitch along. It can keep the yin and yang kitty cats company. But right now I'm going to put it on because why not? Then when I go out to the movies, people will think I'm Canadian. And what's wrong with that? Canada's a nice country. I love my country. I love my country, the US. I do. I love Canada too. And I love Australia. I love everyone. I swear, I don't drink. All right, Padma. Padma got a special video that I sent to her. So she knows how much I appreciate this, but I wanted to share the love with all of you. Padma comments on all of my videos and a lot of Flosstubers. She's an avid Flosstube watcher and all around awesome gal. And Padma messaged me that I guess I was drooling over the floral motif sampler by the Scarlet House when Brenda and Laura showed it, because that's what I do. Padma messaged me and said, I have an extra copy. Do you want it? Yeah. I still owe you a project bag, Padma. I know it's not part of the deal, but I am going to sew one and make it for you. But she sent me the chart. But not only that, you're just gonna die when you see this. She did a floss bling of the chart. These are fun to make, y'all. I've made some and given them out to friends with pictures and all. I don't make them as well as Gwyneth and Padma, so I have to perfect my technique. But look at that! So the floss for this sampler is definitely going on this ring. But she didn't stop there, that Padma. No, that's not good enough for her. No. Can you even? It's been so hard for me not to use this, but I wanted to show it to you all. This captures the essence of Hamilton. But wait, there's more. One more of Hamilton. Look at that sultry look. Ooh, Mommy, get away from me, she's thinking. Mommy, I don't want to go on your lap. I can use these now, I've shown them. Thank you, Padma. You are awesome. Haul. I better hurry. I hear Scott spraying the shower stuff. Okay, let's start with fabric that I bought for making bags. Because apparently, I'm a cat lady. From the Fat Quarter shop, I bought Mod Cats fat quarters. Look at this. I'll take it out. I'll show you. Look at these. Got your black and white. You got your, whoops. You got your gray and your white. Oh, Nikki. I think Nikki needs a bag made out of this for Frosty and Ted. Purr, kitty. These are all the words. Oh, that'll make a nice contrast fabric. And this, it's all coordinated. So, you know, with the lining and all. Oh, and look. Oh, okay. So here is Ted. Here's Frosty. Or maybe this could be Ted too. And then I just need to paint white on these little black ones. And we'll have Hamilton. Oh, little paw prints. Look at all you get. I can't tell you how much it is, but you can go to the site. Fat Quarter Shop. Oh. Multicolor cats. Because who doesn't love red and orange and blue cats and pink cats? And coordinating fabric for that is going to be a mess to put back. But you're worth it. Oh, little balls of yarn. Ooh, play, play, play. More words. This is a great collection. Great collection. And fat quarters are really the perfect size because I don't like dealing with big yardage all the time, you know, just for making bags. So these are perfect. You can get a couple bags out of, you can get trim, certainly trim, lining, 2 trims, 1 lining or 1 outside out of 1 fat quarter probably, would be my guess. I'll report back if I remember. All right, so I'm not sticking that back in the bag because that's just gonna take too much time here. This fabric I got from, I think, Joanne, because it says Joanne online. This just came this week. The Fat Quarter Shop stuff I've had for a couple weeks, but I forgot to show it. Little cats in sweaters. Little Siamese cats. Cats in sunglasses. Oh, and reading glasses. Oh, look. Look at all the friends. All the cat friends. Interestingly, there's no Hamilton on here. So maybe this will be fabric I use for the prize, which I'll talk about, or have already talked about if I inserted a video before this, for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm assuming everybody who watches this is a cat fan. And then from Spoonflower online, I just saw that and I had to have it. I don't even drink wine. Maybe Hamilton does. Look, there's Frosty. Y'all who send me messages and tell me you have tuxedo cats, I've been asking you to send me pictures. Actually, you can send me pictures of your cats no matter what kind they are, because I love them all. And dogs too. I just love animals. But if you have a tuxedo cat, send me pictures. I like to collect all of us nutty tuxedo cat people. And Shauna, I'm talking to you. Shauna is a new Flosstuber. This is a good segue. Shauna is local to me, and I'm going to meet her in person. And Shauna's Flosstube is Periwinkle Floss. She's also on Instagram, and she has a tuxedo cat, and she lives in Denver, and y'all, she's a real artist. Like, I copy things. I see the charts. I'm like, yep, I'll use your floss. I'll use whatever, and I'm just a copier. I'm an imposter. Shauna is a real textile artist. That's all I'm going to say. You have to check her out. Give her love on Instagram. Subscribe to her channel. I will link her below. And then you can maybe get her to put her tuxedo cat on her Instagram and on her Flosstube. And then the fourth, I can't count. The fourth batch of fabric I got, Fat Quarters, was also from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's all aminals. Yes, I know, I just spoke baby talk. I'm sorry. I don't mean to question your intelligence. It's wearing a crown. Look at that. Is that not the cutest? Okay, I'm a city girl. Is that a sheep? I think it is. And bird. Or goat. You know what? I think it's a goat, because it's like mountain goat, wild animals. I think that's the theme of the pack, is wild animals, so it's probably a goat. Don't hate on me, y'all. And then this, I guess I should tell you the designer of this fabric. It is Art Gallery Fabrics. It's Animalia edition. This is what it is. It wasn't that expensive. So then we have birds. This makes me think of you, Becca, this fabric. Becca is, of course, Sambry Stitches on Flosstube and Instagram. She's almost at 5,000 subscribers. Go subscribe. Y'all are probably subscribed. A lot of you came to my channel from her. And then we've got, oh, I guess it's not wild animals, because here's a dog. See, I just make stuff up as I go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I love animals with jewelry and little flowers on them. I'm not even folding these as I go. And look at this one. A bug. Oh, and it's got little flowers on it. I don't like bugs in my house or anything, but I'm the kind of person that'll step the other way, except for red ants. I do, if they're in my way, I will step on a red ant. But other than that, I let bugs live, just not in my house. I relocate them. That just reminded me of Psycho. Have you all seen the movie Psycho, the original one with Anthony Perkins? When he's in the, I don't want, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, skip ahead. At the end, when he finally turned into his mother and he's in the jail cell and there's a fly on him and he says, I wouldn't hurt a fly. fly. That's what I just conjured up in my mind, that I'm like psycho. I'm like, how could I kill people if I don't hurt a fly? Anyway, I don't go out of my way to squash bugs, even spiders. They have families too. Look at this. Now these are sheep. These are sheep. That just reminded me of the aria. I don't know if it's called an aria, but the part from Messiah, Handel's Messiah. We are sheep, have gone astray. If you all are familiar with Handel's Messiah, there's a part that says we are sheep. No, we like sheep. Not we like sheep like we like them. Like we are like sheep. Oh, that's so cute. I need to speed this up. And then we've got the antlers. We've got, ooh! Okay, how do you say this? Zebra or zebra? Zebra. Zebra. With all the colors. Okay, Melanie of Melly Ellie Stitches, this is for you. She likes her bunnies. I love how it goes with my nails. Oh, my mother-in-law loves owls. My mother-in-law is going to be 91 this month. We're going to see her in 2 weeks. COVID has been really hard. She's in assisted living, and so it's been very challenging, and I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing her. I love my mother-in-law. She's nicer to me than my own mother was. And here we have little foxy friends. Oh, there's more than foxes. Let's see. Okay, I'm so bad. It's not just Australian animals I don't know, but apparently I don't know any kind of animal. Now, my guess is this is some kind of little bear. This is a fox. But so is this, right? I don't know. And then I saw something. This looks like an otter. I don't care what they're called. They're pretty. And they're all going to be project bags. I got 2 kinds of fabrics, 40 count platinum linen by Zweigert from Hobby House, which you've all seen before. So this is linen. I'm sorry, platinum is what it's called. And then I got cream by Zweigert. I like neutrals, if you can't tell. So they're priced reasonably. They're less expensive than the hand-dyed fabrics, obviously, because the labor doesn't go into them. And I just think it's nice to have them in my collection. And these are fat quarters. All right. Allison Rosen is a crafty girl on Etsy, and it's Charm School is the name of her shop. It's Charm School. But she's on Instagram as Allison Rosen is a crafty girl, or something like that. I'll put it below. Was having a sale, 50% off. She hand makes by hand, like each individual needle minder or thread tucker, pin, like counting pin. And there's one more thing she has, a scissor fob, I think, that you can get in these different things that she makes. Unbelievable. Look at that. This is a counting pin, because I obviously need help counting. Oh, she hand paints this. Oh, how do you do that? How? It's magic. It's magic. And then this reminds me of my friend Jody, Trixie Tricycle, because I lost this end, and I'm going to wind up jabbing myself, because y'all, these are sharp. These are sharp. I need to put them in a pin cushion. I got 2 bees. 2 bees, or not 2 bees. Aren't they cute? Bzzz. Those are my counting pins. Whoops. Oh, this is a needle minder. I got it for Pride Month, but every day is Pride Day, and I love coffee. I don't know if I'm showing that. There we go. I can't wait to use these all, y'all, because, you know, that's one reason I wanted to record a video, so I could use all my haul. I got that needle minder, and I got this one, because I love coffee. If you haven't figured that out, let me hold it up a little longer. And the magnets are really strong. I highly recommend her. Service is quick. She even, okay, she calculated my shipping, and I guess there was an overage, and she gave me a refund. I didn't expect that. So she's honest. I'm leaning over, that's why I'm not trying to kiss you. And then I love the pig, but I got a thread tucker. So it's like my counting pin pig, but let's see if you can see this. This opens up, right? And what you do is you put, if the thread's too short to put your needle and thread it through the back to tuck it in, you put this through the stitches, and then you put the little tiny thing of thread and pull it through, and your thread is tucked. Genius. Who thinks of this stuff? I'm not smart enough. I know that. Let me show it one more time. Upside down. Oh. Biggie, 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 biggie. All right. And last but not least in the haul are 2 charts and, of course, the threads to stitch them. One, I even got the fabric. I wanted it all. Stacy Nash Primitive. Summer, Tribute to Summer Sampler. I'm starting this, like, today or tomorrow. Or in a few days. But it's definitely going to be a start. I don't know if I'll have 3 starts between now and next Flosstube, but I'm definitely going to start this. Look at those white flowers. And I got fabric for this, but I'm thinking I might actually go with something in my stash that I'm thinking of. Watch Instagram to check up on me and see what I end up doing. But what I bought was the 40 count cocoa linen. Let me see, that's what it, no, oh yeah, it was called for, which is weird because it does not look like that. Doesn't that look like a bluish gray? It does to me. But this is what it's called for. Weeks Dye Works Cocoa. And I ordered this from 123 Stitch, which has great service. And these are the threads that are going to go on one of my Hamilton thread blings from Padma. These are all Gentle Art, I believe. Yeah, they're all Gentle Art. Look at that. That's raspberry. That's raspberry parfait. Raspberry parfait. For all you Prince fans out there. Ah. And this is how they go on the. Y'all, that's some gorgeousness. And of course, I had to get Barbara Anna. This is Laura's fault. Portuguese bird sampler. I'm probably going to put this on one of my Zweigart linens. I have a pimple here. How do you get pimples and wrinkles? That's what I want to know. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's all called for DMCs, which I'm going to have to show you this way. So that's it for haul. Let me tell you what my plans are going to be. I am really making a long video here. If you don't have time, just speed me up. I'll sound like Mickey Mouse. Okay, So I said I wanted to start the summer sampler, tribute to summer sampler. That's on my start radar. This is also, I mentioned, this was in haul, my last video that I got from Top Knot, Abby Top Knot Stitcher, but I want to start this. I want to have a little pillow of this. And I have the floss, and I have lots of fabric. So that's in my plan to start. Because I have Mary Clayton finished, I'm kind of motivated to get back to Sally Stansfield. Or is it Stan? No, it's Stansfield. Kind of a companion to Mary Clayton. All the called for silks, called for fabric, and this is where, oh gosh, it's been months since I've worked on Sally. I could look in my book of days if you really care. You can ask me and I'll let you know in the comments. I'm not going to show it upside down. But this is how far I've gotten with my Alexander Hamilton needle minder. Let's get the needle back on here. So I really do want to get back to this. Stitching in silk. I'm a silk enthusiast after all. Right? Right, Scott?
Yo.
He's back. And that is stitched on, do I know? I hope I know, but I might not know. I don't know what Sally Stansfield, what fabric. I want to say it's straw. 40 count. I know it's 40 count, and I think it's Weeks Dye Works straw. And here are the silks. Oh, here, I made this little thing. See, it's not as good as what Padma and Gwyneth made, but it's a little, can you see it? It's not really focusing. It's the chart, a picture of the chart, and I put it in my little cabochon. Here are the threads. That can't be all of them, is it? Yeah. Huh, what do you know? What'd you know? All right, so I want to get back to that. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. Oh, and this is in a bee bag for you, Jody. Well, it's not for you. I'm keeping it. I also want to get back to another Barbara Anna design. Jacob, I'm leaving you for Barbara Anna. Nikki and I are working on this, and anybody else who has joined the cat, what is it, Pussycat Sal? I'll have to look it up and put it down below. The Feathered Whisperers, and this will be Hamilton, and this looks like Nikki's cat, Frosty. But it's so much fun to work on, and I can't tell you the last time I picked it up, but this is, no, that's not, that was my mistake. But I have a big piece of fabric. So this is where I am, at the bottom. I started at the bottom. And this fabric, I want to say it's just a Zweigart base that's not hand dyed. But I don't know. I want to say it's like platinum or summer khaki. I think it's probably platinum. It's not a hand-dyed fabric. And I also would like to get back to Leela's Studio, A Quaker Welcome. And this one, I am stitching on Lugana 25 count 1/1. Which is beautiful to work on. And I can't remember the last time I worked on this, but it's fun, and I can see it pretty well with a magnifier and proper lighting. It's doing 1/1 is small, but you don't have to count as much because you don't have the 2 to go over. And here are the flosses. It's a combination of Weeks and DMC. that I'm using. Just gorgeous. Mushroom is the color of the Lugana. And those are the plans that I have. Wow, this has been long. So, for all of you in the United States, as I said in the beginning, we celebrate the 4th of July today. Frederick Douglass gave a speech about 170 some years ago. I don't know the exact date, on July 4th, but I don't know the year. And I'm going to link it below. NPR last year made a video of Frederick Douglass's descendants, 5 of them, reading the speech on what to the slave is the 4th of July, is the name of the speech. I bring this up because it's a different perspective. Remember several videos ago I talked about samplers and listening to other people's voices and their perspective on samplers? That was Hamilton meowing. I guess she has an opinion. I don't know if it's obvious. I am a cisgendered female. I identify as she, her, hers are my pronouns, European descent. I have a particular point of view because of that. All of my points of view are as a result of my upbringing, my position in the society, and other factors. But I have different perceptions than someone who maybe is descended from indigenous people, or someone who is descended from an enslaved person. And I brought that up when we were talking about samplers. It's the same thing with the 4th of July. I think that it's a great commemoration of our independence from Great Britain. So take this, all you UK people. Ha ha ha. Sorry, I always have to interject humor. But seriously, as a European person, my perception on the 4th of July is certainly going to be different than someone who is native to the lands. The founding of this country is not without controversy. I'm not saying I'm a bad person because I'm European, of a European descent. Neither are you if you come from the same background as I. But I think it's important that we listen to voices that are different than ours. And Frederick Douglass's speech is very relevant to today. And I urge everybody to listen to it just to hear someone else's perspective, because I think I have, well, I know I have heard from voices of descendants from enslaved people that they view the 4th of July very differently than I do. And I just want to respect that, and I want to listen to it. And if it makes us uncomfortable to listen to it and to challenge it, then I think that's even more reason to listen to it. So with that, I want to wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July, however you celebrate it or don't celebrate it. I love this country, and that's why I feel compelled to share my views about it. Whether you agree or not, we can still be friends. And that's how I want to leave you all today. Happy stitching. Bye.